on his pretty blue cushion. Every time I see that cushion, I want to lay down on it. They're so soft. Oh my gosh, they're so soft. Oh, Bandit, what are you doing, baby? What do you think about what's going to happen at noon today? I don't give a frick. All right. Make some coffee here. Okay, yes, it's all full, ready to go. 10 minutes and we'll have some juice. There's the light. Courtney. Morning. So remember I broke my pot for my other Mr. Coffee. Well, I just filled this up with some bottled water. This definitely takes way less water than the Mr. Coffee carafe. Probably, I think maybe a half a bottle or maybe a whole bottle more in the Mr. Coffee versus this. But I don't have a true comparison. But I remember pouring water into the Mr. Coffee from bottles and pouring it in this. Today, I'm like, oh, this didn't take much water. Anyway, it's cold, yeah. Yep. There's Bam Bam. So don't forget. At noon, we'll send this thing to creation. I'll get rid of it finally. I just finished. Putting up a bunch of posts about it. I made a little short video about it too. Hello. Yep. It's we're going to find out within 24 hours of noon. You're going to see what they have planned. He has 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 at the minimum, 50 executive actions he's going to sign. Things from deportation to reversing Biden policies. So within 24 hours, we're going to see what kind of havoc they plan on releasing. Okay, that's a good mantra. More of us should be that simple. It's freaking cold. What is the temperature now outside? I don't have an outside thermometer in this room. We have to go to the internet outside thermometer. Oh, let's see. What does that say? So it's 12 degrees and it feels like 7. Freaking cold. And it's going to get colder. Work hard, stay in shape, be comfortable. That's a good one. I'm going to screenshot that. Alex Jones. Alex Jones should be in jail. Oh, you're in North Dakota? Freaking got to be cold where you're at. Holy crap. It's got to be cold in North Dakota. Yeah, you're going to get hammered up there. Arizona. Yeah. It's decent enough in Arizona, yes. One of my moderators is moving to, they just moved to Arizona from Vegas. So they're still going to be in warm weather, but yeah, I'm getting tired of all this fighting the cold anymore. Somebody wants to adopt me in a nice warm place, I'll move. I don't know that I could stand the massiveness of Phoenix. It's kind of out of control. What am I gonna make? I'm gonna do. Wish I had some fruit. I'm a terrible person for keeping anything in this house. I think I might have oatmeal. Yeah, there's a lot moving. Well, California is just, expensive anymore, so people are getting out of California. There's a big company that's going to open up a new military factory down south of Columbus, and they're a California company. And I just watched a Bloomberg interview with the founder, and you may know the guy. He created the Oculus VR goggles, Palmer Luckey. And they asked him, did you ever consider opening this factory in California? And he said, nope, never was on the table. Too many issues, too many regulations for what we want to do. Nope. Bananas. In half and half? No, that's something I would have never thought of doing. Interesting guy. I watched 2 interesting Bloomberg interviews with him. I kind of knew about him a little, but now I know a lot more. Interesting guy. Freaking 32-year-old billionaire. Think about that. I think he became a billionaire at age like 25 or something. I don't know, ridiculous. Oh, here's the temperatures. -5 tomorrow, -15 now for Wednesday. So they're calling for colder weather. Yeah, go on to Bloomberg. There's 2. I shared them on my Twitter page. There's a Bloomberg interview with him about the factory they're going to build in Ohio for his military company. And then I watched a 30-minute, just like a bio look at him from Bloomberg, also by a gal, Emily Chang. Really, that was a really good interview. Skippy. Freaking cold out. Coffee. So yeah, now I know this coffee pot is definitely smaller than my other one, because when I poured bottled water in to fill it today, it took less water. Oh. Excuse me. You know, I haven't seen here in a while, Chicken Man. Where's he been? Oh, excuse me. Okay, what else am I gonna do here? I gotta find some oatmeal. Oh, this tripod makes me nuts. Oh, we got snow. We've had a couple inches of extra powder in the last few days. That's all. What's Bandit doing? Bandit? Bandit? What's Bandit doing? He's down there. Down there. All right, let's get the oatmeal out. Oh, there's Bandit. Hey, Matt, you move. You woke up. Hello. 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 How are you? Hello. Oh, yes. So warm. Oh, you're so warm. Yes. Hello. Let's get the oatmeal. What do we got in there? Coffee's done. What's that? The cinnamon and spice. Well, I got 3 types in here. I got the cinnamon and spice. I got the apple and cinnamon. And what's the brown one? I always forget. Maple and brown sugar. So I'm going to mix these 2 together today. I always do 2 packages. So, maple, apples, and cinnamon. So we're going to have lots of cinnamon. I like the maple, though, I have to tell you. But I used a bunch of them up already, so I don't have a lot of them left. Okay, the water's all prepped. Remember, the handle is always on the left, not the right. Yeah, that should be good. I definitely found using less water is better. All right. Takes a while to heat this up. Oh, turn that off. Don't want to blow a fuse. Ice. Periscope. Oh, you mostly watch on computer? Okay. Smells good. I wish I had some fruit. Nothing in this house. Yeah, Periscope was some good times, man. All right, throw that out. Put the oatmeal away. So, yeah, don't forget to come back at noon Eastern Time, United States. We'll have our anti inauguration protest. Yeah, that was a good app. I mean, Heckle is very good. You know, it's just nobody's using it. You know, Heckle is awesome. It's almost like Periscope. Just not enough people there. If I could stream from Heckle to YouTube, I would do that. I don't know if I can do that. I don't think there's a, I don't know. Just so I could use that app. And I could rotate my phone if I wanted, like that. Wouldn't have to get a nasty warning from YouTube. All right, I need my oatmeal spoon. Where is that? Should I use the chili spoon? I don't know. I guess I'm going to use this spoon. Let's see how hot this is. No, it's not quite boiling. What is disturbing? When I rotate the phone. I forget what you guys see. Let me go see that. I always forget. I've only looked at this like once, I think. What happens when I rotate the phone? Because YouTube won't let you rotate the phone. Oh, there was a freaking meteor. A meteor rock got caught on a doorbell camera in Canada, hitting the patio and exploding. And you could hear the sound of it too. First time I think they said it was ever been caught on camera like that. That's cool. That's pretty cool. What was I doing? I was gonna go here. I wanna go where you're at. I want to see what happens. So, see, when I rotate the phone, okay, I rotate the phone. What happens on your end now? A couple more seconds here. Got to catch up. Okay, so it rotates me. Oh, it's a disgusting day because of what's happening in Washington. That's why. It's a disgusting day. So at noon today, we'll have the protest of setting this thing on fire. I've been waiting to do something with it since I found it. It lasted till today, so that's it. It's over. That's hot water. Oh, got to get the sticky stuff out of there. This oatmeal's been sitting around for a few years, so it probably did. That's why it does this. I don't know, maybe it sticks to the package all the time. But the sticky stuff, that's the good stuff. Sugar. Sweet. There we go. Scrape it all off. Okay, that's one bottle. Here's the other package. sticky stuff there. Stir it up. They tell you to like put the stuff in the water and then heat it up in the water. I don't find it makes it the best way that way. I like heating the water up and then dumping it in. Oh, okay. It's cold, freaking cold. Kevin, RC, oatmeal for horses. Baba. So I was just saying, Baba, there's a cool thing happened in Prince Edward Island the other day. A doorbell camera caught a meteor slamming into the patio and exploding with audio. Freaking cool. Where's the coffee? There was something else I was gonna send to you, but I wanted to wait till you were awake. Oh, it's a Google thing. It's a Google Map video on YouTube. Really interesting stuff about Google Maps. That's right. Yeah, just get back here at noon. Where I need stuff to put in the coffee. So I don't have sugar. Ran out of sweeteners. We ran out of hot chocolate even. I mean chocolate syrup. The only sugar I got is this junk, which I've been using up by adding a scoop of it to my chocolate milk when I make my chocolate milk. So I'm adding this to the coffee until I can get some sugar. It's pretty good. Probably using more sugar with this than I would normally. I'm putting in 4 scoops. And then some cream. I bought this to try it, see if it would make chocolate milk. It's terrible. If you start your young kids on it, they'll never know the difference. So it may be cheaper to use for chocolate milk for kids if they don't know the difference. I'm running out of cream too. This is almost empty. I need to try some heavy cream. My friend puts heavy cream in his coffee, but heavy cream is expensive. I looked at it the other day for the first time. It's pricey. Maybe I wouldn't need as much either though, so maybe you could make it last kind of a little bit. I don't know. I guess I have to try it. All right, let me send you that video before I forget. Come on, phone. Go here. Here it is. This is a good video on Google Maps. Share. Shows all the new technology they're doing. There you go. The Fonz. What's the Fonz doing? He's at the post office. Somebody caught the Fonz at the post office. All right, let's eat something and maybe I'll warm up. I wish I had something else. I don't know. I'm kind of hungry. great outdoors looks like this morning. Let's see if I posted a teaser about doing the hat in on other social media. Let's see if I get some hate mail. Well, this needs to be warmed up. You know it's cold when it sucks the heat out of the coffee quick. You know, those 3 girls got out of jail in Gaza finally. That's good. Oh.
And the war. Israeli strikes have stopped, but much of Gaza will need to be rebuilt.
0 cars. You know, how cold is it there? Yeah, it's a holiday, so yeah, it keeps a lot of people out of the city. Lots of stories this morning about pissed off people. I used to put milk into my oatmeal, but they don't do that, I guess, anymore. Would cream be good? I guess cream would be good to put in with the oatmeal. Oh, it's that. Yeah, it's completely shut. Really, it's that tight? Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? From those cordons. So it would be interesting today to ride the metro and see how busy it is. Do some pictures and video in different areas on the metro. So TikTok is back. And somebody posted something. They shared it to that other app called Lemon 8. So I clicked on the link. Lemon 8 was still blocked. It's not available in the App Store. Maybe if you have it, you can use it, but you can't download it. Coffee creamer, really? Yeah. I'm just thinking about ways of making it like when I used to have it with milk, but richer. You see all the crazy crypto crap Trump is making. Oh my God. I've seen crazy posts about this crypto crap all night. Well, the John Adams that I know would never say what you just said. Come back at noon. I'm going to burn a MAGA hat that I found out on the street. It'll be glorious. Oh, I got to plug you guys in. I keep forgetting. I need some longer cords. I got like no functioning lightning cables. They're all broken. Well, I sure didn't vote for any Republican. Not a single Republican deserves any votes. Look at the Ohio state politicians. They're all corrupt. Why would you vote for these people? Well, like I said, come back at noon and watch me get rid of this disturbing piece of cloth. I did cut the flag off of it. I won't burn the flag, even though that's the legitimate way to get rid of a flag. But I don't want the flag associated with the red hat. You think he's going to help you, John? You think he's going to make eggs cheaper? He's already announced that they're going to give the wealthy their tax breaks again. What are they doing for you? Nothing. His grifting family. The guy's just a damn TV personality who people think he's good. He's had failed business after failed business. He's been fined in all kinds of courts. What about his university, John? He had to, close his university for ripping off students. Why would you support that? Is that all you got? You don't answer any questions, John. Answer questions with real answers. Can you just stop spouting the Kool-Aid slogans? What about his university, John? What about burying his wife on the golf course? Oh, because you don't know the answers. I get it, John. What about January 6th people that beat up cops? I suppose you think they're great people. Bandito. Bandito. You need to meet Bandit. There's Bandit. What's up, Bandit? Bandito, meet Bandit. Bandit, meet Bandito. because of what's going to happen at noon. Oh, the sun is sort of coming up. I love how all the MAGAs are so upset. They spent $5,000 to go to DC and there's nowhere to go. It's awesome. So many of them complaining. We could have these two heavy set guys from like Oklahoma. They're like, man, we could have stayed home and been warm and watched it on TV. Hilarious. Well, like I said, the first 24 hours is going to tell a lot. He's got 50 executive actions he's going to sign immediately that we know of. No, I'm going to stay here and fight. That's what you mean. Why would I move? Yeah, go Ohio State. Go Buckeyes. OHIO. Hoorah! Calling for -15 on Wednesday overnight. Yikes. Wednesday morning. Skippy. Well, guaranteed there's, the system is not great, Hobby Rants. It is what it is, but, you have one group of people who want people to have human rights and dignity, and then you have people who don't, who relentlessly kick down on other groups of people. To me, that's just evil. Okay? People have a right to exist and live. Kicking down on them is not acceptable. There are clear distinctions about what's going on here. What does Fredo think? Fredo, what do you think about what's happening today? Oh, come on. Hello. How you doing? Oh, hi everybody. Yeah. Nasty guy's gonna have a job today. Oh, yeah. Come back at noon when we blow up his hat. Yeah. Ooh, hello. Remember, not flat. Thank you, Fredo. What am I going to see, John? You haven't explained anything. You know, every time I ask questions about Trump, I don't get people to respond. What about things like his university? What about the threats he made to the people in Georgia? Just doing their job, working at polls. Answer some questions. You know, don't just spew nonsense. See, you won't answer. You won't have a discussion like an adult. Enter the discussion, John. Another moron, idiot who just wants to go. Bye, John. If you wanted to discuss, you have a discussion, then you can stay around. Otherwise, we don't need you here. I mean, isn't that sad, Kim? I mean, the guy's like, just, you know, I see this from so many people on the right. They don't want to engage in discussion about anything. Oh my gosh. I mean, I tried to give him a chance, but not then. He's just, you know, being continuing to be a 12-year-old, you know. I can be a 12-year-old. I try not to, but I can do it.
In part, our nation relies on dedicated.
Well, they're not all together, you know. First of all, yes, once they get elected, they have a job and they're going to work with each other. That's what they're going to try and do. I know plenty of electricians. I know Senator Sherrod Brown. I've known other senators and congressmen. My father was a politician. There are honorable people out there. They're not all evil. You know, but the way the system works with especially the bills, when, you know, bills have a zillion amendments to them, this is not good, you know. Well, yeah, lobbyists are evil. Not necessarily evil, but, you know, the amount of money that's allowed to be pushed around is obscene. You know. What's this here?
That he deserved execution, and the fact that some of the actions he had taken in the past would have been worthy of execution. So to be clear, Joe Biden, some of his final actions now to preemptively pardon some of those high-profile figures. Savannah.
All right, we're going to turn now to Kristen Welker, moderator of Meet the Press, and Hallie Jackson, NBC's senior Washington correspondent. I mean, Peter really raises the point that needs to be made here. There were sometimes explicit, sometimes implicit threats, serious threats against Liz Cheney, Mark Milley, and others by Trump or...
Well, yeah, that's a bad thing when, you know, politicians become lobbyists like the week after they leave office, or things like lobbyists becoming politicians. Yeah, there's big conflicts of interest, you know. Oh, I never even got to see that one, Baba. What was it? Baba's quick on the finger today. I was just going to put my finger on it and read it. Who posted it? Oh, I can view it. Let's see what it says here. View deleted message. Dude, you don't know about my pants, so come on. You know? You can do better than that. Really? Is that all you got? Go over to Rumble. You'll have more fun there.
And talked about that these individuals did nothing wrong that really resonated with this person who only found out about this sort of.
Oh my. Don't most students have school off today? Why are they showing schools closed? Showing lots of Bible schools closed and Christian schools. Doesn't all kids get off today? I have no idea. I thought so, Hugo. Don't kids get off today? I don't know. I don't know what goes on with schools anymore. Yeah, there's lots of cool MLK celebrations around Cleveland today. It's getting brighter outside. Terrible camera here. Oops, wrong. I keep touching the wrong buttons. Yeah, private schools. Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking, seeing on the TV here, all these charter schools and other kinds of Christian type schools, lots of similar stuff. But maybe they're just closed because of the cold today, because it's going to be cold for the next couple days. So schools will have difficulty maybe heating. Do I have nightmares? I'm trying to think if I've had any weird dreams about him. I've got friends that have, but I don't think I have. I have daydreams. Oh. I'm trying to think. I know I had a couple of weird dreams a few weeks ago. What were they, though? They were not, I don't think they were politically related. I've always been bad at writing dreams down when they're fresh, so you can go back and go, oh yeah, that's what that was. Getting pretty sick of the cold. What's up, Bandit? Why don't you come sit in my lap? I'm cold. He's like, nope, not doing that. I like this mix today of the two different oatmeals. Good flavor. Bandit, what you doing? What you doing, Bandit? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Bandit. Wish I had a way to put him up here on that big blue thing. I keep forgetting, Baba. I gotta go buy that blood pressure cuff. Keep forgetting I gotta go do that. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be back at the doctor's office in February, and I won't still have bought the thing. Yeah, it's freaking cold. I still haven't. Oh, really? Skippy? Where do you, I forget, where do you live? Are you in, do I know where you, are you on the East Coast? I can't remember if I know where you're from. Oh, you told me Toledo, right? T-Town. Is that what you guys, is that an abbreviation for over there? Is that right, Toledo? T-Town. Sounds like a damn testosterone commercials. Welcome to T-Town. Testosterone doesn't make me think of Toledo. Do you guys, is that what you, do you call it that? Are there, are there any other, I don't know if I know any, well, any other abbreviations for Toledo. Do you guys call it the Glass City at all? Like the park? Or, I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other names for Toledo. I don't know if I know of any. Some cities have a few. Frogtown, I've heard of that. What, how come Frogtown? I need a shave. Why? Because you got another con man to salute? Come back at noon today when we burn this thing to the ground that I found on the street. It'll be glorious. Old name for Toledo. Yeah, I have to look that up. Message held for review. Yeah, children. Go away, children. How are we going to benefit? They want to take away the $35 insulin. They want to attack entitlements. How is that going to benefit us? Explain. Why do you want a guy who had to close his university because it was ripping off students? Answer me. Seriously, why do you want to support this kind of a person who had to be prosecuted in multiple places because of his grifting deeds at his university? Why do you want someone who threatens reporters? Think about this. Oh, the other side is worse, right? What bigger and better things, Dank Mark? Why? Nobody answers the questions. Why do you want this grifting con man to be in charge of anything? He's been in endless courts for all kinds of shit his whole life. Okay? Why would you support this guy? Nobody seems to answer the question. Oh, it's a club. It's a cult, Skippy. I mean, they got cardboard cutouts at home. I mean, give me a break. It's a freaking cult. It has all the hallmarks of a cult. You still see, you don't answer the questions. I'm asking pertinent questions about the current guy that's going to happen at noon. Why would you support him? I know, RC. They don't. I'm not saying every side's the best side, but why would you support this jerk? You're not you're not answering the questions. You're just repeating nonsense. Because I'm trying to see how your brain works. That's why. You're not giving any answers. You're not giving real thoughtful answers that have some meat to them. Why do you support a guy who had to have his university shut down and pay a $25 million penalty? Why? Oh, see, yeah, just stupid answers, you know. You don't have any answers that show any kind of thought process on anything. You're just spouting nonsense. I could get my 12-year-old dog to say the same things you're saying. Message held for review. Yeah, I ain't old, you punk. Not the same people, Joe. You have the right that keeps kicking down on groups of people that just want to live. The left does not kick down on groups of people that just want to live. There are big differences. What do you mean, hell for the working class? The economy's been better than it's ever been. What do you mean? Republicans keep refusing to allow raises in minimum wage. What do you mean? Oh, and you think that's the politicians? Imperator, have you looked at the profits from the oil companies? Their profits are through the roof. You think the guy in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has anything to do with that? You're an idiot. Do you think eggs are controlled by some dial at the desk of the president? No. Right now, egg prices are high because birds are being slaughtered by the million because of bird flu. Just in southern Ohio last week, they slaughtered 1 million chickens on 2 farms. Slit their throats, drove them into the ground with a bulldozer because of bird flu. That's why prices are higher. COVID also increased prices all around the world, okay? America is not the only place suffering from higher prices. Jesus. What was I doing? No, it wouldn't have been my choice for musicians. But the whole younger generation seems to love this twerking nonsense. So what can I do? You know, I think it's all just gross. You know, I don't get it. You know. I mean, look at Snoop Dogg. He called Trump a piece of crap 4 years ago, and like a couple nights ago, he's singing on stage for him. So it's a nonsense. All right, I got to put some water in this oatmeal bowl, or it's really hard to clean up. Or maybe I'll just clean it right now. There's nothing like sticky oatmeal that dries up. Sticky oatmeal on your bowl is disgusting. That's disgusting. Oops, I need some water in there. That stuff dries fast, man. Jesus. Stuff dries fast. Now, if I had a dog, I could count on the dog to lick the bowl. He would do the hard work. Ooh, oatmeal, yeah. Okay, yes, that's sweet, tasty, oatmeal. Oh, excuse me, what's going on here?
He's going to start on day one. When you see the executive orders start going, he is prepared and he will not waste one day at this job.
Oatmeal's not good for you, says who? Mackenzie. Facts, Mackenzie. Message held for review. Okay, can't be nice, you can't be here. Polite questions are okay, but when you what? So YouTube hides questions and comments and words, and then I get to look at them, or my moderators get to look at them and say, okay, you're just being a real dummy, so we just send you away. I'm not the fastest at blocking people. I'll give you some leverage, some leeway. I mean, some leeway. Yes, Mackenzie, I'm with you. Thank you for at least acknowledging my association with Langley. It's pretty funny. The other day on Twitter, somebody posted something about a little dirt runway out in the middle of the Nevada desert. And strange little planes that would land there sometimes. Unmarked planes or planes associated with nefarious little companies. And I said, oh, I know that place. I've been there. And then I said, yeah, I remember seeing some planes there many years ago. And he went and found the pictures. That was awesome. CIA Special Ops Boys. What's... Here, look at the road closure. I just got the road closure from DC. Look at all the roads closed today because of everything. You can't go anywhere, man. Look at that. If you're not walking or on a bicycle or on the subway, you're not getting around DC at all. It's an awesome day. You can't even get across the bridge over here on the left. Oh my gosh. Brutal, man. Brutal. You can get into old downtown area a little bit over here. That's about it. But everything above the mall is a no-go zone. That's awesome, Baba. Oh, I need to save this picture. Oh, flipped channel somehow there. All right, what do I want to do? Touch that, touch that, touch that. Oh, send me a zoomed in picture, or maybe a couple of them. I'm gonna post this one right now. Okay, that's... Have fun getting around DC today. These are just some of the road closures. Oh my. I need to get to the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. Haven't been there in so long. They just finished a whole bunch of monster additions and renovations. All right, let's heat the coffee up some more. Actually, let's add some coffee to the coffee. A little more. Oh, pick that up. What's happening, Bandit? He's like, I'm just trying to stay warm, Daddy. Why aren't you in the bedroom then? It's much warmer in the bedroom. Oh, there was the Capitol for a second. Oh, no dog. That's my supervisor. That's Bandit. Bandit. And that's my mouse, Fredo. I wish I could have a doggy. I don't have enough of an organized life to have a doggy. He can be left alone for a day or two sometimes, you know. Well, I mean, I can have a dog. It's just my life, you know, dogs need to be walked, and I don't know. I suppose I could have one. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things you almost have to do it again and to see if it would fit into your life again, because you got to get back every so often. You know, unless you're lucky enough to have a dog door, and I'm not sure that's always a good thing in the city. I wouldn't mind having a cat door for him. I've thought of doing that. We got more pictures of the road closures. Oh my gosh. You can't go anywhere. It's hilarious. Oh, look at that. That's hilarious. So here's some zoomed in views of the road closures in DC today. Plan accordingly. Plan accordingly if you're there. You're going to have to walk. You're going to have to take the metro. You're going to have to walk. You're going to have to take the metro or rent a bicycle. There ain't no other way to get around. Okay, I want to share that with a couple people in DC now. So why do you love somebody who had to shut their university down for ripping off students? Why do you think that's adorable? Comma. Why do you think it's okay to threaten people who do their jobs as poll workers, like in Georgia? Why do you think that's acceptable? Oh, I forgot to ask you, Baba. Are those from? Uh, oh yeah, they might have shut a lot of that down too. Yes, Baba. Are those? I didn't realize. Are those from Google or Uber? I'm guessing. I just thought of that. I guess those are from Google. Google. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be prepared to walk mostly in DC today. Yeah, it's like, DC, either the metro or, you know, there's no way to get around. It is locked down. Anyway. Ten GSDs. What is a G? I can't think of what kind of animal that is. Oh, look at sun's coming out. All that means is it's going to be cold. The sun's trying to peek out. Oh, German Shepherd. Yeah, I was trying to get some words out of my mouth and I couldn't. 10 Sherpas. Oh my gosh. What the frick? Or is that the 10? Does the 8 puppies in that 10? Mama, Papa, and 8 kids? Yeah. Gotta have the room to do all that. I had one German Shepherd in my life. Joe. Oh my God. I just thought of that. His name was, I named him Joe. He was, this is back in, well, probably the 80s. I worked at the Cleveland Racquet Club, real high-end tennis, athletic club place on the east side of Cleveland. And they got clay courts outside, you know, all that stuff. And one day somebody comes and says, there's a dog wandering around one of the outdoor courts. So I'm in maintenance, and so I go out there. There's this big shepherd, and he's like bouncing into the fence. He keeps walking into the fencing. It's not completely fenced in, the court, but he can't seem to figure out what's going on. And I didn't comprehend what was going on at the time, even though I've, had a lot of dogs in my life. So, they said, well, we got to call Pepper Pike police, and they came and picked him up. And being the softy that I am, I think the next day or that day I called over there. They said, well, if nobody claims him, he's going to go to the pound, or and so I went and took him to the vet, and his eyes were kind of crusty, and the doc goes, well, yeah, you know why he was doing what he was doing? He's blind. So, you know, he might have been able to see some shadow. I don't know. But, so I brought him home. We had him for 2 years. He was an older dog, who either got wandered away or dumped, and um, had 2 wonderful years with him. Now, I never heard him speak, never heard him bark. My father said he barked once. He was just a gentle giant, about 75 pounds. But you would see how he would compensate for being blind. The vet mentioned it. He says, watch how he walks. He'll put his paws out in a different kind of placement, trying to figure out what's out there. And I think that's why I think he could see some shadow, because he could navigate the house, but if you move stuff and he might move too fast, he'd run into things. He was a good one. He was a blessing. Yeah. I should go out and see if his grave is still marked someday. Yeah, there's, I want people to have discussions, and if you just come here and babble MAGA, MAGA, MAGA like a damn magpie, you're not doing anything, I mean, I've had to walk away from two really good relationships, and one with a guy I knew from grade school, because they just turned into racist bigots during this whole thing. The one was a mentor, and I couldn't believe the stuff that came out of him. The hideous shit he was sharing with me privately. I mean, that's not acceptable. I told them to go to hell. You can, it's not, it's not acceptable in my world to use hideous sexual imagery about people and stuff like that. That's just not acceptable. And then a more recent friend of 10 years, who was probably my closest friend for 10 years, I knew he was right-leaning, but, we would talk about January 6th sometimes, and then he went really off the deep end. He goes, well, Kennedy was killed because of how he was elected, or some. He said some crazy shit about Kennedy, and then he said something else, and then he goes, more people should have died on January 6th. Not enough died on the wrong side. And I walked away from him. Fucking told him to fuck off, and I left the table. We were at dinner. I mean, and the kid I grew up with, he's posting hideous, memes about Kamala and stuff. It's like, his mother's still alive. I go, does your mom know that you're posting this shit, Joe? His name's Joe. And, I know he's kind of right-leaning, but, it's not acceptable to be like that. I mean, he was brought up better. And just to dig down to those easy, base, disturbing kind of responses is not acceptable. Not acceptable. And then when Daryl shared privately with me, he sent me images. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Jesus, I just don't get it. I mean, and I don't get it. I don't know. Yeah, I can go that way. Sure, I could post all kinds of hideous crap. Yeah. I mean, my father was a major politician, a mover and shaker, ran for all kinds of offices, ran probably 100 campaigns in his lifetime. He was the guy to come see. He wouldn't believe some of the vitriol going on now. He just wouldn't. I don't know. He would just be so sick and sad. He would never have been proud of Trump. He was a conservative Democrat. You gotta be kidding. How can anybody be proud of Trump? Yeah, it's got to be it is a very common name. You're right. And, I mean, I met back in the day, all these state politicians and stuff came to our house. I met with all kinds of people because we'd go with him as young kids to all these events. I met Kennedy, I met Johnson, we'd hang out in the Secret Service rooms at the hotel. I wish I'd have taken a camera back then, man. I didn't get into photography till I was a little older. I would have had some amazing access. We chauffeured Humphrey around once in our car. The world is so different now. People were, at least decent to each other back then. Now it's just so nasty. So nasty. We got another magpie here. Can't say anything except... Yeah, there's not a lot of conservative Dems left. I know a few here in Cuyahoga County, some leaders, and now they want to push Vivek as the governor of Ohio. Oh my God, the guy is a turd, man. His family, he should be in prison for what they did with that medical company. He's just another con man. A loudmouth con man. Yeah, I've been wanting to go to the newspaper archives and start digging out photos because unfortunately my sister threw a lot of stuff out, so there's not a lot of family photos are gone, and she threw out some of the cool frame stuff that my dad had, signed political cartoons and other pictures we had framed with him and some well-known, national politicians. So the only way I can get stuff like that now is to go dig through library archives. Different time. Very different time. I was pretty wild when I was young, so I was always getting in trouble, especially driving. Endless trouble driving. When my father was running for a state office the one time, my friends were like, "Oh, Danny's gonna get a hall pass for the highway patrol." If only. Oh yeah. I was a problem child. Yeah. I could have got into politics. I definitely have the aptitude. Just unfocused life. Very unfocused life. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Well, I didn't have that many wrecks, but I have hundreds of tickets. I have some copies of some of them. I think I have the copy of the one I got in Texas for doing 120. I got in lots of trouble. Oh yeah, there was the willful flee and elude through 3 suburbs arrest on the motorcycle. That was a big one. Also involved the highway patrol. So that was 4 police departments that were after me that day. Uh, yeah, it took me longer to kind of get it together, and even then I faltered a few times. I was in a lot of trouble, not just driving, lots of other stuff. Lots of other stuff, very wild life and world I was involved with, you know. Um, so, anyway, I should hang up for a few hours before I come back at noon and do my protest outside. Try to get some things done here. I don't have any motivation anymore, and I'm in big trouble with my house. Super huge trouble with the court, and I just don't have any motivation to do anything anymore. What am I protesting? The thing happening at noon today. Yeah, well, that's lame, Casey. You know, come back with some something more than a squawking bird mouth. Yeah, see, children can't engage in anything constructive. Well, it is MLK Day, and then there's the disturbing thing happening in Washington at noon. I should go out and try and go to an MLK thing today. We have a lot of really cool activities today around the city. Yeah, I don't pray. I don't believe in religion. I talk about that a lot. You know, God is another thing. Religions to me are messed up and evil. Um, Oops, what is that? This jacket thing bunches up and it's caught some crumbs. I looked down, I was like, what's on my shirt there? Crumbs. Oatmeal crumbs. Well, that's the freedom of humanity, Wesley. We can be all those things. You know, I didn't run a university, Wesley, that ripped off students and had to pay a $20 million fine and have it closed down by the government. There are different levels to things in life. Okay. Ziggy. Yeah, so now his daughter can run rampant again, getting patents in China like she did under the first time he was president. What kind of nonsense is all this grifting? I don't get it. Anyway. All right, I'm going to hang up for a while. Come back around noon. I'll be back, hopefully, unless I get heavily involved in something. Oh, that's more than a timeout there, Baba. He's gone. See you guys later. Ciao. Thanks for coming out. And come back at noon. We'll burn the Trump hat. Be nice, be kind, and remember, check your smoke alarms.com.